Welcome back. The Tukwatha Youth Organisation is leading a clean-up campaign titled Leaders Get Their Hands Dirty with the Youth Cleaning Campaign. Now, this initiative invites prominent figures from both government and broader Namibian society to participate. Its goal is to unite leaders and young people in a hands-on effort to improve the environment and enhance community engagement. The campaign aligns with Tukwatha's mission to empower Namibia's youth through comprehensive programs that promote personal growth, leadership skills and social involvement. To discuss this further, we have invited Hendrina Kudhingililwa, President of Tukwatha Youth Organisation, and MP-Elect Mr. Dino Ballotti. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, to start with, Hendrina, talk to us about what inspired this clean-up campaign. I know that previously you said that this is the second edition of this, so in your own words, tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so there's two occasions that inspired this. The first one was the first time I attended an event and the Minister of Finance was there. And then I took the mic and then I said, that was the first time I was meeting him. I said, no, I need you leaders to go on the ground, go to the communities and see what's really happening. And then in 2024, when he was actually talking about the budget, he mentioned that he went to Havana to just see the situation. And then in February, we went to Okanja Park at Green Leaves Primary School, where I saw the place was very dirty and even the leaves and everything were just growing. So I just felt like it wasn't safe for young people. So then I just put one and one together and I was like, okay, why don't I invite the Minister of Finance to come clean this place with us? And then now building up to that, and then this year we decided let's invite more leaders to join the young people to actually clean the environment, and especially because Windhoek used to be #1 in Africa
in terms of being clean.
Yes, it's the cleanest city, and we lost that. So I just feel like it's also a good way to meet the government halfway, to meet City of Windhoek halfway, so that we can just join hands as young people with the leaders and then get the places clean.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Dino, what motivated you to participate in this campaign titled Leaders Get Their Hands Dirty?
I think it's young people like Hendrina, right? So I always, I now consider myself a retired youth, but the real youth are inspiring. And, you know, we need to support the initiatives of young people. So when Hendrina reached out and said, Dino, you know, we've got this exciting initiative coming up, would you be interested? We said, of course. Samora Michel, where it's taking place this Saturday, is also the largest constituency in terms of people in country. And I think that's what's inspiring to other constituencies and other towns. So really just hopefully to inspire a few other young people. But again, it's young leaders like Hendrina that inspire us.
Hendrina, Tukwatha means help us, if you translate it. And so how does this campaign really embody the spirit of the organization? I, of course, alluded to some of your work in my introduction, but in your own words, tell us.
So help us, okay, Tukwatha means help us. So the organization was actually founded to actually create responsible young people. People that are not just part of the problem, but are part of the solution. So we see a problem, the community is dirty, so what will young people do about it? So this is how this event aligns with Tukwatha Youth Organisation, because it's young people that are seeing a problem, then they're coming together, creating a solution.
Yeah.
Yes.
What impact do you hope this initiative will have on the youth?
I really hope that young people can actually just decide in the communities that, okay, if we see a place that is dirty, we can just come together and clean. Tukwatha did that. We can actually just do it. It can even be something that's every weekend or once in a month. These young people in those communities, we just want to show them that this is something that is, we can actually do this. They can get together and then they can just decide to clean without waiting for organizations like us to actually tell them that we want to clean. That is why we made sure with this event, it was something that was campaigned for, like, we made sure it went with media houses, newspapers, so young people can see that if this organization can do this, we also can be responsible, and they're not go on social media and say, oh, please, City of Windhoek, can you guys see this area is dirty? You have hands, so why don't you just decide, can you give us plastics? We want to pick up this dirt.
Fantastic, I love that.
Yes, just for them to become responsible.
Do you know, youth development and youth inclusion as well as empowerment are crucial to Namibia's sustainable development agenda. How do you plan to support and advocate for youth-focused initiatives in your new upcoming role?
So we need to understand that youth development is multifaceted. And, whether that be access to information, access to opportunities, I think young people want to be a part of the conversation and really play an active role in what we want to see. And we all know it's a cliche of being the change that we want to see, but really we need to play an active role. And, I always say that we need to understand the plight of whichever sector or demographic we're trying to work with. And in this instance, what do young people want? And we cannot assume what young people want. We need to have those engagements. So, and I was telling Hendrina offline before we came in, the new administration is not a youth-focused administration. And I want you to hear me clearly. It's a youth-biased administration. And so when we talk about the national development plans, we talk about the manifesto that we've committed to, we're really talking about being youth-biased. And even the previous speaker that you engaged earlier also spoke about the 70-odd% young people demographic in Namibia. Yes. So again, I think as youth development and the role that I would hope to play in Parliament in the coming weeks is really to champion the plight of what young people need.
Fantastic. Well, Hendrina, of course, I know that Tukwatha Youth Organisation is always busy. I see you guys on social media. You really are keeping young people active and engaged and so forth. Outside of this cleanup campaign that you're obviously organising right now, what other programs are you guys busy with?
So currently we don't have any programs that we have planned, but so most of the organization that projects that we want to look at is projects like young people engaging with leaders. I think there's something that we have always been doing from last year. We host events and then we invite leaders that can talk to the young people, because we want to actually just have that aspect of the government actually listening to the young people. So most of our initiatives will be based on that, but then also looking at the fact that the organization is big, is in all 14 regions, and every region has its different needs, and we have secretaries for different portfolios. So I think most of the activities will actually fall based on the needs of every region. Yes. Talk to us about the finer details to the cleanup campaign event, exactly where it will be happening, what time, day, etc. Hendrina. All right. So the cleaning campaign will be happening on Saturday, 15 March 2025, 8 a.m. in Samora Machel at the Korea Hub Sports Field. Yes, so what we'll have is just maybe 30 minutes of the leaders talking, engaging with the young people, just an introduction, and then from there we get the plastics, we clean, but we're also going to be planting trees on that day. So it's just something very short. So it's just the leaders talk to the young people, and then it can be Mr. Dino can lead one group of young people, and then as they are cleaning, they're actually engaging. Yes. So that is actually the whole idea of leaders cleaning with the young people. Outside of MP-Elect Dino, that's going to be there, Dino Ballotti, who else is on the program to attend? We have the Minister of Finance. We also have the Deputy Executive Director of Finance. We have the Commissioner of Green Hydrogen. We have Mr. James Newpe. Yes, Mr. James Newpe. We have the Deputy Minister of Ministry of International Relations. We have Mr. Dino Ballotti here, and then we also have the Deputy Commissioner of Environmental. Yes. Fantastic. Yes. Well, Dino, I think Hendrina has mentioned earlier, of course, what she hopes the youth take away from this experience, and to leave them with a message as they don't always have to wait for the leaders, for the city of Windhoek, for government to do something. They can actually take, solutions into their own hands. But what message do you hope to convey to the young Namibians by participating in this cleanup campaign?
Thank you. Maybe just going back to Hendrina's question before, I'm hopeful that there's no selfies that will be taken on Saturday. I think the rationale and the idea behind it is really just to do something for nothing. And I think when we talk now of what message I would like to convey is that we need to do more things for nothing. And whether that's as young people, whether that's as leaders in our homes, in our communities. You mentioned many government officials, but we want to see many people, yourself on Saturday, so you're also cordially invited, Nina.
Thank you.
And really, again, just to do something for nothing, and to take pride in our communities. This is in one constituency. We all know we have 121 in country. I hope I got that number right. And so we'd love to see this repeated in different constituencies throughout the country.
Awesome. Well, great work and all the best, of course, with Saturday. And thank you so much for your time this evening and being here with us to share this information. We'll see you on Saturday, Hendrina and Dino. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, when we come back after this brief break, we've still got a little bit more conversation before we say goodbye this evening, so do stay with us.